What's up everybody? Welcome to my very first video here on YouTube. I am so excited to finally start making content for YouTube. It's been something that I've been thinking about for years now, and I have been just putting it off, or to be honest, I just never found my why. And I think finding your why is extremely important for any and everything that you want to start. And I'm just so excited to finally jump in and to share with you guys. So I'm gonna dedicate this first video to telling you a little bit about who I am, what I do, and also why I'm actually starting this YouTube channel. So stick around. Welcome back, guys. My name is Luke Smith. I am youth pastor and worship leader for a church here in Montego Bay called Uprising City Church. I also serve as social media manager for a few organizations, and I do video editing, I do graphic design, I play keyboard, I also sing, and I consider myself overall to be a creative. I don't always put myself out there like that or in that light, but I really enjoy content creation, video editing, and the whole works. And as a person, I love having fun. You'll see in the way that I edit my videos, I love memes.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These sites is not facts. It's not facts.
If you're a friend of mine, I'm always posting memes on my status on WhatsApp or Instagram or on Facebook and wherever. Because sometimes I think we take ourselves and things way too seriously sometimes, and I think laughter is the best medicine. And with how everything is in our world right now, we need some laughter, we need some joy to be spread around. So my reason for getting started with this YouTube channel, I actually thought about it back in early pandemic 2020. That's around March 2020 for us here in Jamaica, when we were just going into the period of lockdowns, and there was just a surge in YouTube content, YouTubers, people starting YouTube channels, and everywhere you go here, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel and all that. I'm joking, but there was just a real spike in people creating channels and creating content for YouTube. They were doing pranks, they were doing challenges, they were doing try-on hauls, the whole works. And I am not, don't get me wrong, I am not against any of that kind of content. I think that kind of content is top notch. I enjoy watching pranks. I enjoy watching the try-on hauls. And speaking of try-on hauls, are there men try-on hauls? Do men do try-on hauls? I need to research that. Some men actually do the try-on hauls?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, I might need to do a few.
Boy, if you don't...
No, let's not go there. So there was just a spike in channels being created, and I thought about it. I thought about starting a channel then, when the whole hype was there and it was popular to start a YouTube channel at the time. But I didn't have a solid reason to start a YouTube channel back then. I didn't want to just start YouTube because everybody else was doing YouTube. Because what that does is, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a solid reason to push you to make videos, to consistently be putting out content, you're gonna be burnt out in little to no time. And that's what happens to a lot of people. You have a lot of people that jump into YouTube, wanna get famous, YouTube famous quickly, and nothing is wrong with that, but they wanna do it so fast, and so they eventually start burning out. And I didn't want that to be my story, and so I put it off, and I spent the time doing research and watching other channels, watching stuff that other people do, so that I would not find myself reinventing the wheel. But at the same time, I wanted to be my unique self in terms of the content that I put out. I didn't want to just be the preacher YouTuber or the prank YouTuber or the challenge YouTuber. I believe I possess a pretty dynamic personality, and I want my content to also reflect that. So maybe I might do try-on hauls, maybe I might do challenges, maybe I might do that stuff, but I don't want to put myself in a box. But the thing that made me really make the final decision to jump into YouTube, it stems from an interview I had recently on Love 101. And Love 101 is basically a big family radio station here in Jamaica. And I was able to sit and to talk about my story as someone that experienced or struggles with depression, to talk about my experience and to encourage, have an opportunity to share my story and encourage people through their platform. And it was just an amazing opportunity. I remember when a friend of mine reached out and say, hey, Love 101 is trying to find someone that would be willing to share their story about overcoming depression. And I'll plug something here, because one of the things that started the chain reaction that set me on the path to recovery was a Facebook post. I'm not sure, I don't remember if I posted it on Instagram as well. A post I made back in 2018, I think it was the October, and it was about mental illness has no face. And that was just me kind of opening up about some of the mental health struggles that I had at the time. And it kind of blew up, relatively speaking. Blew up for some people, maybe hundreds of thousands. But there were many people, the long and short of it is, there were many people that were interacting with this post and just sharing their encouragement or just support. And the thing with that post is, I did not do that for people. And a lot of times people try to suggest that if you post certain things on social media, you're trying to do it for attention. That was not my goal in posting that. I made that post back in 2018 for me. And in putting that story and what I was going through at the time out there, it kind of helped me to move towards even deciding to go and see a therapist and making certain lifestyle changes that I am benefiting from today. So after that interview and sitting down with a doctor, a professional, and also the interview and basically sharing my story, I remember sitting afterwards and just kind of marveling at the fact that this post I made in 2018, and my friend, when my friend came to me, they said that, I remember seeing you make a post about mental health and all of that, and I think you would be a good person. Would you like me to go ahead and give the person your contact number, etc.? I was just sitting and thinking about how amazing it is that me just telling my story was able to position me to have this opportunity to tell my story again, or even deeper, before probably hundreds of thousands or even millions of people via that radio interview. And it was really humbling. And I remember afterwards too that not only my friends and family were reaching out and saying, hey, good job with the interview, really encouraged by your interview. They were complete strangers, people that I've never met before, reached out to me via either my Facebook or Instagram and saying, hey, I heard your interview on Love 101 and I was really inspired by it, and I just wanted to reach out and tell you thank you for being vulnerable. And there were even some people that would start going off into detail of things that they were struggling with. And so that was my aha moment, and it kind of clicked to me that even if I don't become YouTube famous, and again that's not my goal in starting my YouTube channel, I want to be able to help and to encourage people. If there is one person that probably engages with my content and is able to leave and say, whoa, that really inspired me, that encouraged me, and I'm feeling a little bit better, that would make everything worthwhile. All the memes that I'll probably throw into this video when I'm editing it, and all the music, all the time I spend color correcting, and all of that stuff would be completely worth it if there is one person. And so I have the intention of growing this channel, but I just wanted to let it know that that's not my goal. That's not my goal. I just really want to be able to help, to encourage people. My friends will tell you, like, I am the type of person, I want to be there for my friends. I want to support, I want to encourage, even if I don't agree with them on certain things. And I'll let them know that I don't agree with you on this, but you're my friend, and I support you as a person. I may not endorse what you're doing, but you are my friend and I support you. And being able to do that, to me, is absolutely powerful and absolutely important. And so that's basically the story behind me wanting to start this channel, to get started with creating content for YouTube. And before I go, I want to encourage anyone that's out there that is thinking that you have a dream, you have an idea that you think might make a difference. Jump in and get started. Get started. Bishop T.D. Jakes talks about finding the right wind. I feel like this is my wind, my moment now. This might not be yours, but find yours and jump in and get started. I found myself stuck in the paralysis of analysis for a long time, doing all the research, gathering the data, but unless you actually execute, you spending all that time to research and gather even equipment and data, it makes no sense. So where I'm at right now, this is not the top shelf level that I hope to be someday. I'm just using a tripod with a camcorder on top of it, a little lamp in the background, laptop recording audio for a separate channel to edit more easily, TV with a little video loop from YouTube playing from my Xbox, and that's it. I just decided that, man, it's time for me to just jump in and get started. And just like how I am learning and growing through my struggles with depression, this channel is going to evolve over time. The quality is going to get better. I'm gonna invest in some umbrella lights and some key lights and all of that good stuff eventually. But I just want to encourage somebody. You have a dream, you have an idea, jump on it and try to get started. I would much rather looking back 10-15 years from now and saying, wow, I am really happy that I jumped in and decided to start this thing, instead of looking back 10-15 years from now and saying, wow, I wish I had started. So that's the end of this first video, guys. Thank you so much for making it to the end. If you did, thank you so much. Click the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. We know the whole 9 yards. I probably need to script out my next video so I can remember all the little stuff that I need to say. But thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to watch this video. If you think there is content in here that may appeal to a friend of yours or someone else that you want to recommend this with, share it with your friends and let's build the community here. And again, thank you so much for watching and for being here with me, and peace out. See you guys next time.